Does anyone else think it's interesting that lifelong Christians can't even give you one verifiable piece of evidence that proves that their God exists, yet they'll look to the sciences and things that we've actually proven to be true as proof for their God? It's like, nah, you don't get to cheat off your classmate and still pass. Do your own work.
So let me get this straight. He's trying to tell Christians what we can and we can't use to prove our God. You try to seal off science because you understand that science points back to God. Let me notate this. Science and God aren't separate. True science is the study of God's creation. So point one, there's no separation between God and science. Point number two, let's simply look at logic. You see a house. You understand by logic it had to have an architect. It had to have builders, the plumbing, the electricity. You go to a restaurant. You understand the steak had to be cooked with seasoning. A chef had to do that. But yet you think the cow where the steak came from and the wood from the house happened by chance? Those had an architect too, God.
This is incorrect. To your first point, you must first demonstrate a creator before you can call nature creation. As you have not done this, the God claim is merely your assumption. And it's an assumption predicated on fallacious logic, such as arguments from incredulity, arguments from ignorance, or appeals to emotion. And yes, when you posit God as an explanation and then science demonstrates you to be incorrect, you don't get to turn around and just assert that that demonstration is further evidence of your position. And to your second point, this is the watchmaker fallacy, and it fails on three major points. One, humans have no concept of universe making. Two, the universe is not analogous to a house or a car. And three, even if there was evidence of a designer, which there is not, it still wouldn't point to any particular designer. Just because you define your God as such doesn't make it extant. The fallacy of postdiction eliminates prophecy as being sufficient, and begging the question of God's existence eliminates the Bible as sufficient evidence. What you really need to ask yourself is why your omniscient, omnipotent creator deity demands that humans continuously commit the worst mistakes in human reasoning in order to justify a continued belief in it. Be safe, be excellent to each other. We'll see you next time.